Summer is for reading novels, and today we've got an action-packed book for your consideration. Joining us from Israel is best-selling author Joel Rosenberg to preview The Libyan Diversion, his newest political thriller that is ripped from the headlines. Rosenberg has sold more than 5 million books and has been profiled by the New York Times and the Washington Times. Welcome to the show, Joel.
Great to be with you, Lisa, and shout out to my friends in Lexington.
Now, Joel, what is the inspiration for this novel? Where did it come from?
Look, I had a conversation with a friend of mine a few years ago. He happened to be the former director of the Central Intelligence Agency and the former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. I'd gotten to know him because he was a fan of my political thrillers and when he was in Congress, and that's how we became friends. And who knew, he'd rise to such powerful and interesting positions. But we were talking a few years ago, and I said, Mr. Secretary, I've written about Iran and North Korea and Russia and all these crazy threats to the United States, to Israel, to our Arab allies. What am I missing? What keeps you up at night that I'm not writing about? And he said the Mexican border. He's really worried, he said, that the Mexican government has essentially surrendered large swaths of the northern Mexican border against the United States to drug cartels, human traffickers, organized crime syndicates. And I said, well, could terrorists go through there, the open border, and, wreak havoc on the United States? He goes, that too. So that became something that I started not being able to sleep over. And I decided to write a novel, The Libyan Diversion, imagining what if that happened? What if terrorists came in across the Mexican border and brought nuclear, radioactive, dirty bombs with them to do something far worse than 9/11? That's the premise. And let's just pray it doesn't happen.
So, Joel, tell us what the plot and the storyline is of the book.
Well, it focuses on a guy named Marcus Riker, who is a former Marine who served in combat operations in Afghanistan, in Iraq, wounded, decorated in combat, comes back to the United States, marries his high school sweetheart, works for the U.S. Secret Service, protecting the President of the United States. And now in the Libyan Diversion, he's one of the top operatives in the Central Intelligence Agency. And he's hunting down the world's most feared terrorist, a guy named Abu Nakba, which in Arabic means the father of catastrophe. But it's a diversion. Abu Nakba knows that Marcus Riker's coming for him, that the CIA is coming for him. And Abu Nakba is trying to divert the attention of the CIA, of Marcus, far away from American shores. Why? Because Abu Nakba is trying to get terror cells into the United States through Mexico with those dirty nuclear bombs to wreak havoc far worse than 9/11. That's the setup. And so the question becomes, can Marcus figure out how he's been tricked, how he's been diverted, and get back to the States and stop these terrorists in time? Again, let's just pray it's a very exciting summer read, The Libyan Diversion, that it isn't tomorrow's headlines, but it certainly feels like it could be ripped from the headlines. And I think that's what makes it so intense and so exciting for people when they read it.
And where can we go for more information?
Well, you can certainly come to my website, joelrosenberg.com. Again, joelrosenberg.com. You can learn all about the books, about me. You can buy the books through there, and you can learn about how I'm covering the Middle East and doing other things. But you can also just go to the bookstores or get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, your favorite independent bookstore, whatever chain you love or independent store. The Libyan Diversion is everywhere. But I hope you will come to joelrosenberg.com and also follow me on Twitter. And when I've kept you up all night, Lisa, at 6 a.m., I want you to tweet me and say, oh my gosh, you kept me up all night.
Well, Joel, thank you so much for being with us. I can't wait to read the book, and I will definitely send you that tweet at 6 a.m.
All right, sounds good.